Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, safety to the elect all over the earth. Shalom, shalom. This is Psalms, this is Brother Rival Mata at the Atlanta church, but this is Psalms, the 58th chapter. And I'm going to start at the top. It says, "Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men?" Right. So, first and foremost, with Israel, we judge uprightly. Okay. But since we're here in this captivity, we know that this devil Esau doesn't judge uprightly. Okay. He's all about making the rules or making things or making changes to fit his benefits or his benefit along the way. It says, yea, in heart, ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Right. So in your heart, you're wicked. The 2/3 of Israel are wicked. Esau is wicked. Also, these other nations. But guess what? We need Yahweh B'Shem Shai to come and correct this. And the way that he's going to do it is he's going to send his son Yahweh Shai and the angels, okay, to come and deliver the elect, destroy the wicked, and there goes that reset, okay? And then once the Israelites are ruling, okay, everything's going to be done in righteousness, okay? No judgment will be done in wickedness. We're going to judge the world, these nations, or the worlds, plural, these other nations. But guess what? We're going to do it in a righteous vibration. You see that? So we won't judge a nation and make them do unlawful things. Esau done all crazy sorts of crazy stuff to us, right? Like buck breaking. They did that to us, but we won't do that to them. You see, because that's unlawful, to make another man, be with another man, right? That's unlawful. We're not gonna do stuff like that, man. We're only gonna judge righteous, gonna be righteous acts. Now, when it comes to putting a chain, when it comes to putting belt to ass, oh yeah, that's gonna happen. Definitely gonna happen. But everything's, like I said, it's gonna be done righteous now. You see, you can punish hard and still be righteous. You see, you don't have to do all that wicked, unrighteous judgments. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. That's it. There's no in between. And just because I'm your family member or the you don't get a pass. See, it's not judging. That's why there's an account in the scriptures where the parents took the son to the elder because of something he was doing. I think basically being lazy, if I'm not mistaken, and they took him to the elders, and the judgment came down. Well, they stoned him. You see, Israelites, but that's judging righteous is judging righteous, man. That's how we're gonna carry ourselves, right? Verse 3, it says, "The wicked are estranged from the womb." The wicked are estranged from the womb, man. Right? Who's the wicked? The top wicked is Esau, man. Okay, Esau is wicked, man. Right? And and he's estranged from the womb. It says they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. This is why the scriptures tell us what. Let me get it real quick. Let me get it real quick. If they're wicked, you shouldn't have no dealings with them, man. You see that? Shouldn't have no dealings with them if they're wicked, right? Let me get one real quick though. Let me see where we at right here. This is Sirach 12 and 10 to the point. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So you should never, ever, ever trust your enemy. You see that? So never trust, because the wicked is programmed by Yahweh Shema Shai to do wickedness. That's it. That's it. He's programmed to do wickedness. So why trust someone that's programmed by Yahweh Shema Shai through the Spirit to do nothing but wicked? They can't do righteous. That's why we know that they can't judge righteous. It's not in them. That's why what the true judges has to come back into power, right? Job 9:24, he covered the faces of the judges, the true men, the elect of you so-called blacks, Latino, Native American, the 12 tribes. He covered those judges, right? He don't want those judges to be known. He don't want no. Why? Because he's wicked. You see? All right, this is that was the point. I just wanted to hit that real quick. Well, I read verse 11. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Understand that he's the wicked. It says, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And so like it. It says, and beware of him, and as thou shalt be unto him as thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand. Slack him. Never let him sit at your right hand, right? Lest he seek to take thy seat, and says, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Right. So we've trusted this devil in the past, right? Look what he's done. It says because he looking to take your seat. Who Esau want to be like? The Most High. He want to take our seat in righteous, how we had the power. We still do, but the Lord just put us, in time out for a second. But he want that power. See, he want to take our seat. But guess what? It's not going to happen. Remember that the Lord said what? I will not, in Job 5:12. Their enterprise will not basically come to pass. He says he's gonna stop it, in Job 5:12. But so that's why we're to never trust this devil, right? So let's go back to Psalms 58. Psalms 58 and verse 3 again. It says the wicked are estranged from the womb, right? They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, right? Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of the charmers, charming ever so wisely. Right? Never. It says, and will not hearken to the voice of the charmers. Right? We're the charmers. Right? And we're charming. Okay? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. You see? It says, verse 6, it says, break their teeth, right? Teeth represent power, okay? You have animals, where they force at, and their bite pressure, animal, tiger, lions, dogs, that bite, that teeth are their strength, right? As humans, how did they tear meat? Them teeth have to do what? Break it down into smaller so that the body can consume it. you know. So it says break their teeth. So the Lord is going to break their power structure, right? He's going to break their military, man. He's going to break Esau's military. Why trust in something that's going to be broken? It's like a house. It's like you build a house out of tempered glass, and that glass is only the size of a window pane. You just throw a rock at that. That shit broke. Why would you trust that glass house if it can be broken that easily? See? And that's how Yahweh Shai is going to break this power structure of Esau. He's going to break it down. So why trust in it then? You see? Don't even. You might as well trust in the one that has the power to break it, which is Yahweh Bashem Shai. Right? So it says, break their teeth, O Yahweh, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lion. You see that? O Yahweh Bashem Shai. The Lord is going to break them. It says, let them melt away as waters run continuously. Right? It says, let them melt away as waters which run continuously. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be as cut in pieces. And this is going to happen. How and when? When the Lord allowed them to shoot those arrows, those missiles, right? See, the Lord and the angels is not. They're not scared of your missiles, man. They can stop your missiles like that. You see, but he's going to allow you to use that to bring forth your own destruction. You see that? You can't get one up on Yahweh Bashem Shai, and you never will. The Lord is going to only let you go so far, and then he's going to be like, look, I'm finna show you who I am, who has the true power. I have the power. And that's who team the so-called blacks, Latino, Native American. If you're of the elect, you're on that team, man. The 2/3 going to have to come back in the kingdom. You see? But that's the team that you want to be on. So it says, as a snail which melted, let every one of them pass away like the untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. Why? Because of all the missiles, man. Because of those missiles. Remember, it's going to be millions and millions of missiles. Okay? It's going to cover the skies. Okay? Remember, a dark day, man. It's going to be a dark day. No sun, the sun not going to shine because the missiles going to be, man, that's how many missiles and flying over in the atmosphere, man. Death, destruction is coming. Right? So guess who's gonna get it? This devil is going to get it, man. The wicked. So that's why we're to never trust them. They don't have ups on Yahweh Bashem Shai, man. He made them. He made the wicked. He made the righteous spirit. He made the wicked spirit. You see, nothing gets past Yahweh Bashem Shai. You can't outflank Yahweh Bashem Shai. I'm going to come around something, I'm going to come around this way, and then we're going to have them, because they're going to, man, no, man. Remember the angels and the chariots, they don't have to turn left or right. They just go. Scripture tell us how they move. They just go. So you can't outflank the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Verse 9, before your pots can feel, before your pots can feel the thorns, it says, he shall take them away as with a whirlwind, both living and in his wrath. See that? Man, them chariots gonna get busy, man. Chariots. See that? Them chariots, man. Remember, the Lord said, I shall not meet thee as a man. See that? So the Lord is gonna allow this devil to take his own self, with those missiles, and then you got the angels and the chariots, man. They gonna do damage, This is the last verse. It says, so that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, verily, he is a God that judges in the earth. Hey, so all praise, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Shema Shai. So with that, I pray that it was edifying. I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.